There are some places that sound like they could be the home to some of the greatest mysteries in history. And yet, for all their age and significance, there is very little that we know about them. One such place was spoken of by Plato over 2,000 years ago. The great philosopher spoke of a faraway land where wise men had once lived, but he never gave any details as to exactly where this place was. It was said to have been swallowed by the earth and to have been the home of a people who were incredibly advanced for their time. And since his time, nobody has ever been able to uncover its location. Some believe it may not have been a real place at all, but just a figment of Plato's imagination. Yet others believe that there is something here to be discovered. Could it be that Atlantis was real, and that it is hiding somewhere out there in the sands of the Sahara Desert? What if a city that was full of life one moment was gone the next? Would you be able to believe that even though it was right there in front of your eyes? Well, join us today as we look at the mysterious tale of the lost city of Uber and why many believe it could be the actual Atlantis of the sands. Legend says that there was once a city located within the modern-day confines of Oman, and that it was so advanced that it would put many modern cities to shame. To make matters even more confusing, we also have legends telling us that the city was swallowed up by the sand and completely disappeared. This mysterious tale will take us from the Middle East to the Mediterranean Sea and beyond. It will allow us to get a closer look at the work of Plato and the tales that he told of a city known as Atlantis. It will also allow us to see the ways in which Plato may have gotten his stories confused, or whether or not there could be a grain of truth behind every myth. You will get a chance to learn about how scholars have uncovered ancient ruins that could prove the existence of an advanced society, and how these discoveries have led to the belief that this civilization could have been much more advanced than we originally thought. There will also be a look at how people still debate whether or not Atlantis was real and what could have happened to it. And finally, you will learn about the different reasons why it could have met its demise. Before we start our journey, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got lots of exciting content coming soon, and we want to take you along with us. Now let's go back in time and discover the fascinating world of a long-lost civilization. Where did the story of Atlantis come from? When it comes to stories of the past, there are quite a few that seem too fantastical to be true. Stories of mythical beasts and monsters that supposedly roamed the earth thousands of years ago, or tales of entire civilizations that seem to vanish overnight. Whether or not either of these stories are true is often a matter of debate, even though no concrete evidence has ever been found that proves the existence of either of these things. There are still many people who claim that they do exist, and that all we need to do is look hard enough to find them. One such story is the tale of the lost city of Atlantis. The story first appeared in print in Plato's work Timaeus and Critias. The two pieces were written hundreds of years before the birth of Jesus Christ, and they tell the tale of a great and powerful city that existed on the Atlantic Ocean. According to the tales, Atlantis was ruled by a king named Atlas, and it was so powerful that its military was feared across the known world. It was said to have been 9,000 miles around and was home to both rich farmland and precious metals. However, despite its power and riches, the city was suddenly and inexplicably destroyed and sunk beneath the waves. Since the stories were first written down, there have been numerous attempts to locate the lost city. Many people believe that it is nothing more than a myth, and that there is no truth to the stories. Others believe that there may be some truth to the story and that the city did exist, but that there was a natural disaster that caused it to be lost beneath the sea. Still, others believe that the city was destroyed by war, and that it was wiped off the face of the earth by its enemies. With so many theories about what happened to the lost city, it can be hard to know what to believe. However, one thing is for sure. The tale of Atlantis has captured the imaginations of people around the world for centuries. Uber, the mysterious lost city of the sands. A lot of people believe that the ancient city of Uber could have been the actual Atlantis that was described by Plato. If this is true, then this means that Atlantis wasn't actually lost in the Atlantic Ocean at all. Instead, it was lost in the vast expanse of the Sahara Desert. A lot of people believe that it could have been the lost city because it fits a lot of the descriptions that Plato gave. For example, he described the city as being extremely wealthy and full of riches. He also said that the city was incredibly powerful and that it had a strong military. All of these things are things that we know Uber was famous for. In fact, Uber was considered to be one of the wealthiest cities in the entire ancient world. It had a monopoly on the trade of frankincense and myrrh, and it used this wealth to build impressive monuments and structures. Additionally, the city was well fortified, and it was protected by a strong military force. This makes it a perfect candidate for Plato's description of Atlantis. Another reason why many people believe that Uber could have been the lost city of Atlantis is because it was said to have been destroyed in a sudden and mysterious way. According to legend, Uber was hit by a series of earthquakes that caused the city to collapse into the ground. So similar to Plato's description of Atlantis being swallowed up by the sea. Could it be possible that the two stories are related, and that Uber really is the lost city of Atlantis? That would certainly be an exciting discovery. However, until more evidence is uncovered, it will remain a mystery. Could there have been an advanced civilization? In recent years, scientists have made some interesting discoveries that suggest that there may have been a more advanced civilization in the area during ancient times. These discoveries include things such as advanced tools, pottery, and other artifacts that date back thousands of years. These artifacts suggest that the people who lived in the area during ancient times were much more advanced than we previously thought. They also suggest that there may have been a more advanced civilization in the area than the one that we are aware of. This could mean that there was a society that existed in the area that was much more advanced than the others. It's possible that this society was the one that Plato was referring to when he wrote about Atlantis. If you enjoyed this video so far and would like to support our channel, consider becoming a member. Your support allows us to continue creating videos that bring history to life. Join now and become part of our community. What happened to the city? The end of Uber is a mystery that has captured the imaginations of historians and archaeologists alike. Legend has it that the city was destroyed in a single night, swallowed up by the sands of the desert. But the truth may be even more fascinating. Recent excavations have uncovered evidence that suggests that the city's decline was gradual, the result of a changing climate and a drying up of the once fertile land. This theory is supported by geological evidence that shows that the Sahara Desert was once a lush green landscape. If this is true, then it's likely that the people of Uber were forced to flee the city as the land became more and more arid. This would explain why there was no trace of the city left behind, as the people would have taken their belongings and abandoned the city entirely. Another theory is that the city was destroyed by a natural disaster such as a flood or earthquake. This would explain why the city seems to have vanished overnight, as the destruction would have been so sudden and catastrophic that there was no time for the people to salvage any of their belongings. However, there is no geological evidence to support this theory, and it's also unlikely that a natural disaster would have struck so quickly and unexpectedly that the people would not have had a chance to prepare or evacuate. Regardless of what happened to the city, its disappearance is a stark reminder of the fragility of human civilization. In a matter of days, weeks, or perhaps even years, an entire city can be reduced to nothing but a pile of rubble. As we look to the future, it's important to remember that no matter how advanced or powerful we become, we are ultimately at the mercy of the natural world. What do you think? After hearing about the mysterious lost city of Uber, what are your thoughts? Do you think that it could have been the actual Atlantis that was described by Plato? Or do you think that the two stories are unrelated? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We would love to hear your opinion. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel Ark Studio. We've got lots of exciting content coming soon, and we want you to be a part of it. Thanks for watching.